Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grand National Series race from Atlanta. The Valvoline Cup Series returns to the Peach State for what has been a pretty chaotic series the last couple of weeks. Will they be able to write it in for Atlanta, or are we going to have another restart-heavy race? These races, so unpredictable, so exciting, you best watch till the end. I'm NLS, and I'm your in-race commentator today, which means you'll hear a mix of me spotting, me getting angry, and me calling things as I see them. I am NLSing it. I said that on stream. Okay. Milk is currently getting together the heat lineups, and at this time, to any driver in the field, if you do not want to hear me commentating over this race because I have to flip back and forth between spotting myself and commentating, I would recommend muting me now because I need to have my mic down in case something gets close at a Super Speedway's type track. So, if you... Qualifying is a race. Oh. Alright, I'm going to mute while you do this so I can commentate. Alright, I am now muted in the race party, so I'm going to explain to the audience how qualifying works in Valvoline. For those of you who don't know, qualifying consists of a very short race, a 3% race. In that 3% race, you can either race for the win or race for the pole time, or both if you're good enough. The winner of the race gets bonus points for the championship, but so does the pole sitter. So it's really a balance of strategy when it comes to what exactly you want to do in the qualifying session. You will notice that I'm going to go for a conservative, draft up behind someone, get a fast lap approach because I'm not racing for the championship. In other news, the Stanley Cup playoffs continue tonight. The Carolina Hurricanes attempt to go 3-0 on the New Jersey Devils. It's so hard to do this with 10 other people in my ear. That's fine, I'll figure it out. But can the Canes go to New Jersey and take down the Devils, extending their advantage to 3-0? We will see in about 2 minutes' time. That's when that starts. Unmuting now in the VC. What's up, Alec? Jockey! Alright, the heat lineup has been posted. I am going to read it off for the stream here. Was it posted in Grand National? Yep. Alright, the heat race lineup will be Milk starting on pole, Coffee in second, Jarrett third, Pumps fourth, Tyreek fifth, G-Cool sixth, and NLS rounding out the back of the cars who showed up to the last event. It is in reverse order of the finishing positions of last week's race. Oh, right, I'm the defending winner in this series. Uh-oh. Let me know when I can join Milk. Alright, everybody is getting in, so I'm gonna mute the party one more time until Milk is ready to invite me. Last week out, 2 weeks ago technically, we took off the Easter break. We were at Daytona. It was an exciting race that came down to pit strategy with NLS and G-Cool just running away with it and NLS getting the win. What's up? Oh, yeah, sorry. I was just making sure I joined in the right order. Oh, we're doing a pace lap. Okay, I forgot about that. Okay. Starting qualifying. Alright, I'm gonna go server mute until the race starts so I can focus a little bit more on commentating. As I was saying last week, it was a pit stop strategy that secured NLS P1 and G-Cool, pushing him to a P2 finish. NLS's first Grand National win, and I believe my 4th start. So weird to commentate myself in third person, but it sounds more natural that way sometimes. But now we head to Atlanta, a much different style of super speedway, and in the Xfinity car, still races a little bit like old Atlanta. It is going to be a track that requires immense amount of tire saving, and it should be a very exciting race. I almost forgot to change my setup. Now we get in to the heat race. This will set the lineup for the main event as your commentator now goes into race chat. I will be commentating and race chatting at the same time-ish. Okay, back in race chat, which means I'm gonna bounce back and forth between commentary and telling people they're stupid. Keep you what? Oh yeah, I'll keep you updated. I did a whole spiel on the stream about how the Carolina is gonna decimate New Jersey. Oh shoot, I have to sign into this? Uh-oh. I have to be able to sign. Okay. I don't know if I have time before the heat race. Okay, I'm gonna need a second before I can shoot. I'm gonna need a second before I can sign in, so we'll see what happens. Alright, the Echo Park 250. I can't remember what we custom named this. Milk, what is the name of this race? Alright, the Subway Surfers 200, as named by our glorious leader, Milk. Oh yeah, it was P7, right? Alright. Everyone gets lined up for the heat race. I'm back in the Classic NLS colors after I won the Jockey Season Opener Clash in a WMC-themed truck, leading 35 out of 40 laps earlier today at Auto Club.
Stay on the bottom here.
Alright, who already rear-ended me?
Stay on the bottom here.
Don't tell Valvek that. Yeah, Valvek immediately started rear-ending my bumper.
Still there. Stay low, stay low.
Alright, Valvek, chill out.
Got a car high now. You got room, you're clear there.
Alright. We are getting ready to go for the heat race here at Atlanta in the Grand National Series. 10 Xfinity machines ready to come to life as we take the green here in Georgia. Yeah, but I'm warming up. I'm warming up my voice. I got 2 races to commentate tonight, alright? So I'm warming up my voice. I'm very excited for that. Hey, G-Cool. Dancing partners from Daytona. We can make this work again. Out of turn 3 and 4 in the qualifying race. The leader currently, I can't see who the 2 car checked up and absolutely decked me. Yeah, that was a huge wall glitch, and that probably kills any shot of me getting pole, which is too bad. Okay. Hey, if I'm gonna give you draft pumps, I need you to push me for so I can get a better time here. Alright, 2 to go, and it looks like any shot for the pole for me is gone. And unfortunately, I'm not able to commentate very well in the rest of the field right now. That being said, good 1 and 2 for Noto. No, super short races have time remaining come up automatically sometimes. Butchered 3 and 4 though, which will hurt this final lap. It will, however, give Pump's draft. He's got a shot at pole still. Ah, 1 and 2, I got a little tight. So I think that last lap's gonna be my fastest one, unfortunately. Qualifying race over. I don't know who won. No, it's fine. It's not the actual race, so the actual race would have drawn a caution, so it's all good. No, that was a very strange one. All right, qualifying race is over. I still have not seen who the winner is, and now I need to go see what my parents' Hulu password is so I can watch this hockey game. And it's Jarrett who comes away with the win in the heat race. G-Cool second, Death Chicken third, Milk fourth, Akimbo rounding out your top 5 for the heat race. However, we still don't know who will start first. I will be back in just a moment once I figure out this hockey password. That's not that. It's not that either. Probably should be, yeah. And it's G-Cool in NLS's draft who takes pole. NLS in no-toe will start P7. Okay, now I'm signed into the hockey game, so I can watch that. All right, crisis averted. All right. Milk, going in for the prep talk, so I'll mute one more time. Your starting lineup for today's race, it's going to be G-Cool on the front row alongside Akimbo with the 29.633. 3/10,000ths of a second for that, sorry, 3/1000ths of a second for that front row. Starting P3 is Milk. P4 is going to be Pumps. P5, I don't know why I thought, oh, G-Cool was, okay, never mind. G-Cool wasn't in NLS's toe. That is my mistake. P5 is Death Chicken. P6, Jarrett. P7, NLS. P8, Coffee. P9, Ghost Toxic. And P10, NLS. Sorry, I'm P7. P10 is Valvac. I am a little bit preoccupied trying to make sure everything is set up the right way. But now I will enter race chat once again as we get ready to go green in the main event. All right, back in race chat, this time for real. All right, no one wall check turn 1, please. Milk, if my commentating gets overwhelming, just let me know, and I can flip my mic up. I just won't be able to spot as well. All right, puck is dropped in the Hurricanes game just as we're about to get ready to go in Grand National. Yeah, mute me now if you don't want to hear me commentate. I've warned you guys 3 times, so if you haven't done it yet, that's not my problem. And there's already a penalty 9 seconds into the game. I don't know. Oh, it wasn't like an actual penalty. All right. We are getting ready to go green in Georgia, for real this time. The Subway 200 underway here in the Peach State. The bottom line fills up immediately. Jarrett drops down from the top lane. He's going to fill into the bottom. It is a train. 6 cars deep on the bottom. The 27 left up to top to dry. It absolutely looks like a train race right now, but Atlanta's a sneaky super speedway. You can make the high side work if you know what you're doing, and the bottom isn't pushing it at all. We have a long race here today, though. It's going to be all about conservation. And that's one car way up the track. The 43 hits the apron, bounces high. It's Death Chicken. The top 4 now pull away. NLS still in draft, but just barely, so the whole field is still technically in it. It is a tidy train for the top 4. However, a big run is coming from the cars behind. Rev limiters peaking out here at Atlanta in the draft, in the red for almost a fourth of the straightaway. But turn 1, that's the corner that's going to break up big packs tonight. It is so difficult to hold your run through turn 1 and 2, where you are required to lift, and you get very, very tight going through the corner. NLS riding the middle as everyone else is on the bottom for the top 4. This race right now, very, very organized, very structured up front, with, I believe, Milk Motorsport driver leading. It's G-Cool who's leading, and G-Cool now washes up the track. We have 2 lines, but not intentionally. G-Cool looking like he might get washed out here. He's holding strong on the top, not letting the bottom quite cut him off. Will he have a run off the corner? Not enough to defend the push on the bottom. The Napa machine moves into second. Jarrett makes contact. There is contact for third place on the track. Jarrett rolls the bottom nice and smooth. 2 wide for third. G-Cool just moves back to fourth now. It's Jarrett on the inside, and then it's the Napa machine in the 55. Is that a Kimbo in second? G-Cool able to find a hole right before NLS can get there. And Milk is starting to pull away. Now it's Milk starting to stretch his lead little by little. The pack behind trying to use draft in order to catch up. G-Cool with a big send through 3 and 4 there. He's going to make it stick as the Kimbo gets shuffled back to P5. Milk finally realizing the significance of the tires here. Yeah. A little bit. We've got draft now. Who's in second right now? Jarrett. Okay, gotcha. We are now starting lap 8. The top 3, Milk, Jarrett, and G-Cool. There's a little bit of contact for that P3 position. NLS sends it a little bit deeper than G-Cool is willing to go. Not much significant anything, no damage, just a little bit high on NLS off of the exit. Into 3 and 4. It's very, very difficult to wrap the bottom, but Milk still has it. However, Jarrett is slowly inching in. How is the tire saving going between the 2 drivers? Who's got the upper hand on the long run? And now Jarrett really moving in. The top 5 still in a tight draft train. Very orderly, no moves being made yet. The other thing that we're going to have to consider, pitting at Atlanta is very risky here. It's a wrap around the bottom type of racetrack, and you've got to be on the apron to carry even a little bit of decent speed into pit road. This is Atlanta Super Speedway without the pit entry on the back straightaway. And now NLS power move around the outside of turn 1. Can he make it stick? He has to lift up the gas, but he might get the spot. He does. He steals the spot from G-Cool, and he's now in behind Jarrett and Milk. Around the outside here in Atlanta as Milk backs up Jarrett there. And here comes NLS up to the back bumper of Milk. We've got a 2-file lane up at the front here at Atlanta. NLS washes high. G-Cool is going to take that 3rd spot back. And a Kimbo to the inside as well. However, the 2 cars up front move up to the top, keeping the back side by side. But it's NLS, once again, power move around the top. The tire's holding up pretty well for him right now. Able to keep pace and even get a run off the top there. Tire is becoming a bigger and bigger issue every single lap here. who's going to end up pushing it just a little bit too far, and who's going to speed on pit road as we get ready for pit stops here in the next 2 or 3 laps. Oh, G-Cool tries to move down. There's not room. Now there is. G-Cool will hold the 3rd spot. Akimbo now tries the bottom. that speeds up pit road. He forgets the rules. And Pumps. It's Pumps in the 55. I apologize for calling him Akimbo earlier. He just hits the wall, and he and NLS start to lose some time. It's now Milk, Pumps, and NLS who remain out on old tires here, trying to stretch the fuel as far as they can go. It's Pumps and NLS trying to work in the draft to catch back up to Milk, who is going to pit win. The top 3 remain out another lap. Will this risk pay off? Will their tires be that much better in the long run? It Pumps doesn't think he can make it back to pit lane. It's going to be very close on tires for the 55. Pumps will blow a tire into this corner. And Pumps blows the tire straight to NLS. NLS into the outside wall.
Back it down.
Only a second of damage, and NLS makes up the spot, but does the damage that Pumps gave him, is that going to regress the position? Yeah, I mean, I knew going outside here was risky. I just didn't expect it to blow right at the last second. Oh, and the hockey game turned off. Come on, TBS. And even with a second of damage, it's a 16.0 pit stop for NLS. That's not going to be a lot of time lost. Yeah, you're going to still beat me out by a lot. Milk with a 15.4. Now exiting pit lane. It's going to be NLS just barely in front of Pumps here. The rest of the field is coming up. Milk on the racetrack, even though not at speed. Yeah, then that's fine. I forgot the rules here aren't super strict. Yeah, that's fair. And now Milk picks up the draft of G-Cool to try to run down Jarrett in the 1st position. Pump still has the draft of NLS to try to run down those 2. Wrapping the bottom of 1 and 2. NLS trying to make up any time to Milk. NLS needs to get in that draft range of Milk, but he's certainly not quite there yet. Is G-Cool, however, hindering Milk as opposed to helping him? And Milk now trying to get around G-Cool. A little bit of contact. NLS now in drafting range of the 2 in front of him. NLS sets a new fastest lap as he enters turn number 1, trying to wrap it low. Milk trying to run down Jarrett, while NLS is flying up on G-Cool, but hits the outside wall, gets too tight on exit. No damage, but he will lose a little bit of time. Oh, and now on the apron, NLS gets caught out by Atlanta's weird turn 3 and 4, where you have to kind of steer down at different points. Pumps to the inside of NLS. He'll wash up the track a little bit. NLS follows him up just a tad. They're both going to lose a little bit of time now. Need to get back in this draft. it looks like Milk is catching up to Jarrett with the better tires. It'll be interesting to see if Jarrett can stay in the draft of Milk. And now Pumps up the track a little bit. Not quite into the wall. NLS with a big run to the inside. Yeah, Pumps, you're lagging horribly. That's really bad. NLS, can he get up to the next place in line? It's going to be close if he can, but he's certainly not there yet to G-Cool. And that line is not going to help him. He rides the middle to high side of the track, gets tight on exit as well, almost hits the wall. I hate this car's setup, but I need it for tire consumption. Alright, I mean, you say that all the time, though. It's very, very hard to trust you. Milk definitely catching the leader right now. The question is, are the tires even now? Yeah, I'm trying to move up to commentate what you're seeing now. Yeah. Milk looking to the inside of the leader. Can he get to the inside of Jarrett? He does. They're side by side now. Now back into single file. Milk not quite there. Jarrett continues to lead. To 3 and 4, it's same old story for Milk and Jarrett. And Jarrett is already back. No, that's not Jarrett down pit road, that's somebody else. A lot of people getting ready to enter the pits and having severe tire issues doing so, as Milk continues sitting behind Jarrett. And there goes Jarrett down pit road, Val back in the middle of the racetrack. So far, everyone's avoided him. Milk side by side for the lead. On the top side, he's not quite gonna get it yet, but he does have the better tires. Who's in front? G-Cool, it's G-Cool up front. On the bottom, does he clip the apron? Milk, strong move on top. It's going to be close. And G-Cool breaks for pit road. Milk, your leader. Now, Milk, Pumps, NLS, all on the same strategy. When is it their time to come down pit road? Real close, for sure. Now Milk has an advantage. Looking back at the battle of second and third. Pumps riding smooth on that bottom lane. NLS not really catching him. Now Pumps jumps up the track a little bit. Does he keep it out of the wall? He does. NLS won't quite have the run to catch him, though. Okay, next lap. Gotcha. Okay. And Dark does not go in this time. Can you give me the bottom so you don't wall me up the track this time? And Pumps will just barely make it. The lead has closed between NLS and Milk compared to what it was a few laps ago. And they're all coming to pit road this time.
You're going too fast.
Oh, and Valvac absolutely hit. That's gotta be a penalty. Valvac dives it in and absolutely knocks NLS out of pit road. I was pitting. I said I was pitting. That's gotta be a huge penalty, Milk. I did. I clipped it. I hope he's suspended for that. All right. Considering I called out I was pitting, that's incredibly blatant. And that's also going to cost me a shot to win. I didn't mute him. I heard Valvac the whole time.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
I had to pit. You knocked me out of the pits once, and I had to pit again. Valvac, you've got to gain some awareness, buddy. That's terrible. I can't... What?
Keep digging. Time to go.
Just before you look at it, remember that I called it a lap ahead of time and then a quarter ahead of time. Both. That's not an excuse.
Keep it up. That was your best lap ever. Careful. Still there.
I'm not focused on that right now, Milk. I hate to break it to you. My bad, I saw Napa. You were fine though. Right rearing doesn't do anything in this game.
Five laps to go.
NLS is a fucking retard.
Milk, are you mad that you won the race?
Am I mad that I won the race?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. This is a great feeling. I had like thoughts about winning this race. You know, I had those you know that feeling where you have that race coming up where you just feel like you're supposed to win it, you know. And I had that feeling for this one. So I'm glad that I was able to have that dream come true, and very grateful to be in victory lane here at Atlanta.
What were you thinking in the final few laps when Jarrett was there and you guys were battling?
I thought that he might have been able to make it to the end, but honestly, I was just thinking, don't wreck myself. Be careful. Save the tires. So it was going to be... I thought it was going to be a crazy battle to the end. I just know if he had like a little bit more tire, it would have been closer, but it was a really fun race, all race long with the tire conservation. Very interesting with the strategies and all that. So grateful for Milk Motorsports to get a 1, 2, 3. Great job to all of them. And
Thank you.
Great job to everybody. That was awesome.
Thank you, Milk. Okay. I have one more question. What did you eat for dinner tonight?
I have not eaten dinner yet.
What will you eat for dinner tonight?
Probably some chicken strips, maybe buffalo chicken strips. Very, very delicious.
What are you gonna dip them in?
Probably just ketchup.
Alright, next we're gonna go on to... You know what, we're gonna do pass it on, Milk. Who'd we go next?
Who do we go next? Do Velvac.
Hey, who'd we go next?
I have some choice words.
Wait, I didn't...
Don't even ask me questions. Don't even ask me questions. Let me just talk. Let me talk.
Velvac,
wait.
keep your language to a minimum, if you're gonna do that.
Okay.
wanted...
How
You
can one
mentioned NLS.
person be so stupid?
That wasn't my question.
You are pitting. You are 2 lanes up the track. You give me nowhere to go, and then it's my fault? I
That
can't hear
wasn't
you say
even
you're
my
pitting.
question.
I don't care. Your question does not matter. What matters is how stupid NLS is, and he's calling for a suspension. He races like this everywhere, but it's always my fault. It's always my fault, because it's never his fault. He's perfect. He's the pinnacle of racing material. He is never the problem. It is always me. Always.
Can I ask my
NLS,
question now?
you are a really dumbass. You're just so dumb. Kill yourself. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, that might get flagged.
That
by
was- yeah, that
officials
was
for
too much.
language, but okay.
Milk,
was
you
too
should
much.
Move.
interview NLS next.
Okay.
Okay.
Pumps, I'm gonna give you an order. I'm gonna give you an
doing it.
order, Pumps. Okay.
No.
No, quick. Just go to
I live
NLS,
on my
then go to
rules.
Cookie, and then go to. Make sure to interview Cookie, because I want to hear from.
Bro, I live on my rules. Alright, next up is Akimbo.
Oh, hello.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck.
Okay, NLS. What do you think of Valvac? What the conflict between you and Valvac? What do you think of that?
I don't think people who don't understand how racetracks and racing in Heat 5 work should be allowed to race here. I do not. I think getting rid of the trucks has produced more moments like this, where people who cannot critically think are driving around the track expecting no other car on the racetrack to do anything different than be perfect. Very, very clearly, I stated twice that I was going to pit that lap. Both of us slowed down significantly, and he had a good 2 seconds where he could have reacted and done anything else, including just slowing down for lead lap cars while he was already a lap down. Interfering with the winners like this puts stains on sports that make it seem illegitimate. Happens in real NASCAR. It's been happening in Grand National for a while. There is no reason why he should be racing here.
Valvac, shut up. I know you want to say something.
Hey, Milk. I just have a
Stop.
question. I just have a question, Milk. One question for you.
Oh, you had your interview.
You have to
Yeah,
keep.
Am I getting
didn't
banned? Am I getting banned? Am I getting banned? Because
No, you're
if
not
I
getting
am, I want to know.
banned. You're not getting banned.
Am I
You
getting
already been
suspended?
interviewed.
Officials
Valvac,
will look over. We have no idea what we're doing right now. We
Valvac,
don't have time to cook.
you
I
wanna
literally
be-
just won the race.
Yeah.
Let me have some peace.
Okay, and let's have one more question. Do you think you were on the right pit strategy before that
Absolutely, I
happened?
think I was. My tire wear was identical to Milk's. And I believe with a good pit stop, I could have gotten back up to him. There's a shot I get back up to him without catching the draft. I made a couple mistakes when I was catching him before. I think I would have had the pace to run him back down. It would have been close. But yes, absolutely, I was on the right pit strategy. So it is frustrated that a lap car decided he wanted to get in the way of what could have been a really good finish.
Alright, next we'll do Cookie. Cookie, how was your
God, I
race?
hate that guy.
It
Can you
was
shut up?
okay. It was just
Can you
kind of
stop on
quiet until that all that beef gone down. I watched all 3 parts of it. It was just a mess between those two, and I got flipped up a couple times due to them. Other than that, it was pretty just calm by myself.
Do you wish that you were involved in that?
I do not wish I was involved in that.
Or
I
not?
do have a Not really. No, I wish I was either farther ahead or farther behind because I do believe I could have done at least a little better had I been away from that beef.
I didn't ask.
Okay, Pumps, your interviews are over.
Wait, I didn't
Whoa,
interview
whoa,
myself.
whoa.
I'm
whoa,
hijacking them.
whoa.
I'm
Wait, wait.
hijacking them.
Wait, I
Valvac-
didn't interview myself.
Valvac, I'm an official. I have
Hey,
superiority
Pumps, I'll
over
interview you. I'll interview you, Pumps.
Kimbo, stop. I have to do my interview.
Pumps, I'll interview you.
Okay.
I got you again. Pumps, you finished it. I don't even know where. I was really too busy looking at the stupidity
Third.
of NLS. You finished
Third.
where? Third?
Third.
Nice
Third.
job, dude. Team 0.
I know.
That's how many days I have left in this league, depending on how that goes. 0.
Actually, I'm on Milk Motorsports.
Oh, you are? Cool.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
Denny Hamlin.
Oh, sweet. So,
Actually, I'm Christopher Bell.
how was the race today from your point of view, and what do you think is going to become of the NLS and Valvac beef? Sir? He's dead.
What'd you say?
Did you know? What do you think of the race, and what do you think is going to come out of the NLS and Valvac beef that was totally caused by NLS, by the way? Pumps, you're so special.
We do not need to hear your breathing.
Pumps, you're so special.
Hurry this up. We
Try
have to
not
start
to
cup
laugh.
soon. Hurry this
I'm
up.
just trying not to laugh.
Please hurry up. so I
Okay,
can
yeah.
always do
Oh,
my
wait, yeah,
shit.
wait, Val, like, say it one more time.
Oh my god. You know what? No, you don't get an interview. No, you're done.
No, wait,
You're
no,
done.
actually,
You're cut
no,
off.
actually,
You're
I'm
cut
gonna
off. You're
respond. No, I promise. No, please. Just
No,
one more
you're
time.
done. You're cut off. You're done.
Baby, one more. No, say it one more time.
What do you think of the atrocities that were committed by NLS today, and what do you think of the race as a whole?
Yeah, I had a good car.
That's it.
Dude, Pumps, leave.
You
Leave.
Please, please.
know, I had a good car.
Should have just said race
I-
car.
Okay, it is official. We're using ChatGPT to determine the penalty. Leave.
Okay, so
Wait, actually?
Wait,
No, I'm kidding. Leave.
No,
Okay,
leave.
Kimbo's
Okay.
interview. Pump's interview,
No, I had a
Kimbo,
good
and then we're
car.
getting ready for Cup.
I had it. Wait, I'm not done mine yet.
Oh my gosh.
So he said, what do you think about the conflict between those two? I think, yeah, I had a good car. You know, I finished third. Okay, now it's Kimbo's turn.
All right,
Kimbo.
I'm in here, shawty. What do you want?
Kimbo.
Yes, yes.
All
I'm
right,
here.
that's just weird. I'm leaving.
Okay, cool.
Okay, wait, how's your day going?
It's going alright. At least, to be honest, this week's gone better. My roommate could shut the fuck up. I wish that would be pleasant, but only gotta deal with it for a month. That's all good. Top
Alright.
5 for TCMC. That's the best I
didn't
can
ask.
salvage. Because
Wait, I wasn't talking about that.
I don't care. I'm an official. I have powers over you. Anyway,
That's fine. I'm
So,
the interviewer.
it
I'm
was-
the one who asked the question.
I know. But
Yeah, I know.
tire saving race. I knew I wasn't
Cool.
gonna win, but thought I could at least stay on the lead lap. So yeah, that was the main goal and ultimatum. So yeah, other than that, it's just been pretty chill.
And I have one more question.
Ask
Did
away.
you- Okay.
Wow.
Okay, we're done.
Wow.
Thank you. Okay.
No, I meant.
Thank you all for
no, I meant
watching.
Actually,
We'll see you all in 5 minutes
Oh, that
for
was
the cup
live.
stream.
That was live.
We have,
Oh,
we
that
have
was-
been
oh.
yeah.
live. We
Oh.
have been live.
We have
Oh.
been. We
Oh.
have been.
that was supposed
Oh.
to be serious, except it was me and
Oh.
Disneyland.
Oops. Yeah.
I did-